Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. It is the Keeping It Raw podcast. If you have not subscribed to this channel, then what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, and hit the word all so that you'll receive every notification that we put out there covering the Lions in the offseason. And definitely it was a move done on today, but it's not to add to the roster. It is to subtract from the roster. Pretty much Josh Reynolds will be taking his talents over to the Denver Broncos. He reportedly signs a 2-year deal worth $14 million. And let me say this for the record. I don't think that Brad Holmes was going to sign Josh Reynolds for $14 million. He probably would kind of lowball him, maybe giving him a 2-year deal worth $10 million, something like that, $5 million a season. I don't think Josh was going to get $14 million with the Detroit Lions. So by them parting ways, it just, it's the end of a chapter. And it's ran its course, and Josh is going to be able to get a little bit more money with the Broncos. It's a business, man. It happens every year. You can't keep everybody. You wish the Lions could have been able to keep Jonah Jackson, but you can't pay everybody. And that's the biggest thing too, man. Like when you get these rookie contracts, eventually these rookie contracts are going to come to the end. Yeah, you can sign the guy for you can sign the player that you really want to sign on a franchise tag for another season. But at the same time, how many times you're going to keep franchise tagging somebody or, not really giving them the bag or the money. So eventually these guys, like Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's going to get paid. If the Lions don't pay Amon-Ra St. Brown, definitely he's going to get the money from somewhere else. But I definitely think that the Lions will get that deal done with Jared Goff and with Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know we had reports like weeks ago saying that they were close to signing a deal, but Amon-Ra St. Brown still is waiting for his deal, as well as Jared Goff is waiting for his extension. And we'll see what the Lions do, man. But shout out to Josh Reynolds, man. We appreciate you, man, for being a part of the Detroit Lions for the last couple seasons. Been a solid contributor to the Lions. I'm not going to hold the couple balls that he dropped against them. It happens. I'm going to say it like this. I don't think Josh Reynolds was the reason why the Detroit Lions lost in the NFC Championship because he dropped the ball. They lost because the Lions took their foot off the gas pedal. Instead of putting those points and scoring and dominating the 49ers, they took their feet off the gas pedal and pretty much let the 49ers get back in the game and ended up losing the game towards the end. So definitely, man, shout out to Josh Reynolds, man. Wishing him the best with the Denver Broncos. Don't know who's going to be their quarterback over there. They decided to part ways with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is now a Steeler, and now you're gonna figure out what quarterback is gonna come over there. Are they gonna draft a quarterback? What's gonna happen with the Denver Broncos? But more than likely, the Broncos are gonna take a quarterback in this draft. Now, who they're gonna get, I do not know. Maybe Bo Nix, maybe J.J. McCarthy, maybe Jordan Travis. I don't know. It's a lot of different quarterbacks that'll be coming into the draft. So we don't know what's going to happen, man. But what we do know is Josh was very solid with the Detroit Lions. He gave Jared Goff that safety net that he had every Sunday to be able to get the football to him, always getting those first downs and just always giving it 110 every time he was out on the field, man. I appreciate this dude for just coming over and being a real solid dude and giving us a solid receiver to go along with Amon-Ra St. Brown. But the Detroit Lions and Josh Reynolds decide to go their separate ways, and I totally understand it. Josh Reynolds got to provide for his family. He got to do what he got to do for his family, and I understand that you got to go get that bag because he doesn't know when the next time he's going to get a contract this size. Maybe the rest of his career, it's going to be deals like this, a 1 or 2 year deal, or maybe a 3-year deal at the most. But he's getting older. He's 29 years old, but he's still a productive receiver. Had over 600-something yards for the Detroit Lions this season. And definitely, man, we wish Josh Reynolds the best, but we know that the Detroit Lions will probably be looking to add a wide receiver in the draft this season. So definitely, I feel like Donovan Peoples-Jones definitely could pick up some of the slack that Josh Reynolds is going to leave. Definitely, I think that Donovan Peoples-Jones is still young, and he did not get utilized a lot by the Lions last season because he came in towards the back end of the season. But this year, he'll be able to get a connection and grow with Jared Goff this season. So we'll see how the Lions use Donovan Peoples-Jones. But definitely, I think that the Lions will take a receiver in this draft. Don't know if he's going to be at number 29. Don't know if he's going to be later. We don't have a 4th round pick this season, so I don't know if he's going to be a 5th round guy or a 3rd round guy. Don't know where they're going to get this receiver. A lot of us think that the Lions probably should go either offensive lineman, or some say that we should go ahead and grab the corner or we grab the defensive end. I'm cool with whatever the Lions decide to do. It is what it is. But at the same time, do not ignore the pass rushing position. You got to go get a young fella that can pass rush. So definitely, man, I'm wishing the best to Josh Reynolds. He was definitely one of those guys that gave it 110. Got no negative words to say about this guy. Love what he brought to the tables on Sundays. And he just went out there and laced them up and left everything out on the field. You know, wishing him the best with the Denver Broncos. But I know that at the end of the day, he had to make the best decision for him, and the Lions got to make the best decision for them. They was not going to pay him over $14 million. I believe that Brad Holmes was probably trying to give him a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal. If he probably was going to give him a 1-year deal, it probably would be anywhere between $5 to $7 million or something like that. If it was a 2-year deal, maybe he would get him for $10 million. That's what I'm thinking at the end of the day. So he made the best decision for him. So shout out to Josh Reynolds. But the Detroit Lions will be looking for another receiver, and we're not done yet. So I can't wait to see what happens in the draft. All right, you guys, I'll be back to you. Leave it in the comment section. What do you think about Josh Reynolds and the situation that we have now to be able to find somebody in his place?
I just need a new pet, yeah ให้มันแววๆอยู่บนนี้ yeah กูจะขับ new band, yeah มึงตามไม่ทันกูไม่เว้น yeah เราจะได้เห็น yeah ว่าใครกันที่มัน really เจ๋ง yeah มันได้ get that bread, yeah แต่หัวกูนั้นมันไม่ใช่ dread, yeah I just need a new pet, yeah ให้มันแววๆอยู่บนนี้ yeah กูจะขับ new